Incidentally, I am supposed to be writing. In addition to my day job, I am a published author. And currently, I have a couple of different things that I'm contracted for. About 3 works in progress. One, I have a 4-book deal with a major publishing house, Source Books, for a romantic suspense series, which I am supposed to be writing, and I am working on it a little at a time. But one of the things about creative work, whether it's writing, artwork, etc., is that sometimes you can burn yourself out if you force it. So yes, you have to have a certain amount of discipline. You have to, sit your butt in the chair or sit your butt somewhere and work on the thing. Otherwise, it never happens, right? But also, especially in current times when you're under stress and stuff, you don't necessarily create better under duress. Sometimes you do. I mean, the concept of the tortured artist is real, but especially when you're trying to write happily ever afters, the idea that you write better when you're stressing yourself is something to really proceed with care if you're going to do that. In my case, I am working on 3 works in progress because it gives me, shall I say, joy to be able to work on a given project per day, and then a little bit of gaming, a little bit of thinking about something else, or wandering through someone else's creative work, because World of Warcraft is a thing of beauty. The storylines and the artwork, just the world that we're working in, all of these things that I'm looking at and seeing, it refills the creative well in a lot of ways. So yeah, I mean, romantic suspense, you would think, how is that even related to this? Honestly, it is, because you see story elements in here, and the weirdest things can inspire you to do other things. Like this boat. Why is this boat here? I don't know. I might find out later. But also, my other 2 works in progress are actually a little bit more closely related to gaming, in the fact that one is a science fiction short story. I'm gonna end up in the water. Yep, that happened. And science fiction short is sort of I don't know if anybody is familiar with Shadowrun, but it feels kind of like Shadowrun in space in terms of a premise, and it's a shared universe created by Dan Wells, and I'm contracted for a short story, which is late. And you would think short stories are easy to write, but they aren't. Short stories are very challenging to write because you want to have a really good story, quickly paced and satisfying in a really, really compact amount of time. And that's not easy to do, honestly. So we have that short story, and then I also have a fantasy work in progress, which is sort of a super secret project that I hope to be able to give over to my agent to go on submission with in the fall. So there's some time. And that is fantasy.